Hello guys, Robert1 here, coming at you with another walking vlog little video. And as usual, when I make these videos, I'm going to Brotherhood. Always a good little video to make while I walk down to the station, while I'm on the travels to wherever I might be going. Like soon I'm going to be going nationals as well, so I'm probably going to do something more vlog related than this, but today this little vlog walk video is going to be talking about slow players and personally what I think slow players are and what you really shouldn't be doing while playing the game, and it's just something that you shouldn't do in the long run. Like if you do, like there's different kinds of slow play, and I kind of want to touch on that in this video. So yeah, this is mainly something I wanted to make to like kind of touch on the people who, I don't know why I'm on this side of my road, on the road. Alright. Always look both ways. Always look both ways when crossing roads. Don't be dumb. But yeah, I'm basically going to touch on that the different types of slow play, what I want to talk about, what I think of it, and what I really gets annoyed. Now, let's start off with the types of slow play that you really can't help. Now, there are slow play types where you are just trying to think what you want to do, where you want to go with it, and how you want to go in. Now, that's not bad slow playing. That's purely just, oh, I have to think for a minute. If your opponent understands that you have to think, that's fair enough. Usually inform them that you're going to think. Now, that may be considered slow playing because you're not advancing the game state. You're thinking about where to go from the game state, but that is technically slow playing because you're trying to figure out something without doing anything. And if you take up to a minute or two while thinking about that, that's basically you're slow playing the game, and you're playing as slow as possible. And I understand that that's not a bad thing and all, but that is still a method of slow playing, and looking at it from that point of view, you could still think of it as a slow play method. Now, clearly that's not a bad method of slow playing. Like there are bad methods of slow playing that take away from the majority of people. Means you're trying to play slower to run the clock, and that's the bad type of slow playing that I wanted to talk about more. The good slow playing where you're not doing on purpose, where you're trying to think a lot, where you're just trying to figure out where to go from a specific play because maybe there's more combos you could do, maybe there's more things you could do outside of that, but you have to literally think about where you're going from that, consider your options and all of that. That's not bad slow playing. That's literally, I need to figure out this one play before I play the game. Is it alright if I think for a minute? You can talk to you can get your opponent's permission, fair enough. But if you're literally doing a play if you're literally doing something that will be running the clock down, that is the dickhead move of slow playing. Literally. In the types of slow, like, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen this slow play happen a lot. I'm not normally one to do it. There's been times where I've slow played the good way, where I'm like, I have to think for a minute. I think for like 3-4 minutes of what a player can do. Like where I could go from there. I informed my opponent of that. And then I made the play. Turned out to be the better option, and thanks to that, I was most likely able to win. But even still, I just crossed the road without that. Oh god. Oh well. That road's normally Dorsa. But yeah. I've done it before. I've slow played, I'm not gonna lie. I have slow played, but I've never done this type of slow playing that intentionally makes you run out the clock. And the problem with that is, with people who do that sort of slow playing, it's really not friendly or good for the game to do that type of slow playing. If you're doing that type of slow playing, you're kind of a dickhead, to be honest, because it means, I'm not trying to win through skill alone. I'm trying to win because I have more life points, because it's game one, we've had a long game, and I've been running the clock as much as possible, just so I could get to a point where I have more life points and I win the match because of it. And or I'm trying to aim for a draw or something like that. And that's the thing I wanted to touch upon on this video, where there are people who do this type of slow playing that really just count them out to be dickheads. And that type of slow playing isn't a good type of slow playing. And it's something I really wanted to touch on, because looking at slow playing as a whole, the good side of slow playing, where you're not doing it on purpose, you're only doing it because you have to think for a minute, and that thinking is really necessary for you to be able to play the game properly. Like, that's not bad. Like, at locals or a big event, if someone seems like they need the extra time, or you can give them the extra time just to talk about it, just to think it through for a minute. But if it's someone intentionally trying to run out the clock when they have very little plays, it really does show what kind of a knob you are. And seeing as I wanted to talk about it like that, and it's like there's a lot of people who do this out there. Like, it's happened to me before, where someone has tried to slow play their way out of a game. I keep telling them to proceed the game state and stuff. They do, because if they don't, they're going to get judge call, and I normally do get the judge call if they do that. Then it's something you can do, it's something bad. But there are ways also to prevent it. Like I just said, you can call your judge over, get them to have the game state, proceed with the game state, continue it on. You can carry on the game state as far as you can. You can ask your opponent to speed up their plays. You can do all sorts just to prevent this type of these dickheads who are literally just trying to take the piss and get a game just because of time. And that's not the type of slow play that I want to see in the game. Like, sure, slow play is something that happens. As I said, there's good slow play and there's bad slow play. Sure that they're both different types, and you shouldn't consider doing either of them. But if the earlier one does come up where you need to think for a minute, and if you don't think, you might lose the game, just ask your opponent, I just need to think for a minute, if that's okay. If they're fine with that, they're fine with that. But don't be the guy who literally takes 10 minutes to think of a single play and then just sets a card. Like, honestly, I've seen those guys where they're like, oh, I'm gonna play this as long as I can, and then I'm going to just do nothing. And that's something I don't like about the game. Like, I try not to slow play, and seeing people do that, seeing people slow play in that manner, it's just not on. It really isn't. But yeah, guys, I think that's all I have to say in this video. Like, there are good slow players, there are bad slow players, and I know slow playing is never a good thing in general, but with slow playing, what are you gonna do? What are you actually gonna do? But yeah, guys, that's the video. Slow playing, it's something that shouldn't be done. It's something that really is not a good thing in the game. It really isn't. Like, bad slow players, go kill yourselves. No, don't go kill yourselves. Just learn the way of the good slow player and don't be knobs about it. And good slow players, just try to speed up your play slightly. Maybe learn your deck a bit more so you can understand that you don't need to always think about your specific play. But yeah, guys, that's the video. Tell me what you think of the video in the comments below. Do you slow play? Have you ever slow played like that? Do you try to slow play? Do you not slow play at all? Tell me if you do in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. Or tell me if there's someone you know, maybe a story of someone who slow played your ass into non-existence. Tell me all of that in the comment section below, because it's an interesting thing to listen to and hear about, just to hear your guys' stories. But yeah, guys, if you liked the video, don't forget to press the like button to show that you liked the video and want to see more of these Let's Talk videos, where I just walk and do these little vlog walks. Like, I like doing them because it means I get to do a bit of a walk. And I'm going to stop here before I go in the station, because I don't know if I'm allowed to film in there. If you want to see future YouTube content from me, don't forget to press the subscribe button to get those videos in your subscription box. If you want to get notified of those future YouTube videos, don't forget to press the notification button to be notified of those future YouTube videos. And yeah, guys, slow players, don't do it. Don't do the bad kind of slow play. But yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Rubberbat1 signing out. Slow playing is rubbish. Bye, guys.